Notification. Don't forget to subscribe. Content 12 marks. First one, science, living world, living and non-living things, characteristics of living organism, plants, types of plants, herb, shrub, tree basing on habitat, terrestrial, aquatic, desert, etc. Plant parts, functions, animals around us, oviparous, viviparous, herbivore, carnivore, omnivore, shelters of different animals, birds, beaks, domestic animals, wild animals, types of animals basing on habitat, herbivore, carnivore, omnivore, animal sounds, movements in animals, different types of habitat and adaptation, homes and animals, nests of birds, human beings, body parts, healthy body, good habits, sense organs and their care, concern for differently abled persons, good touch and bad touch, skeletal parts, bones, joints, cartilage, muscles, safety measures at home, school safety, road safety, water hazards, first aid, food, need for food, sources of food, plants, animals, types of food, cooked and raw foods, utensils, midday meal, method of preparing food, food wastage, preservation of food, good food habits, our food, components of food, balanced diet, junk food, deficiency diseases, agriculture practices, tools used in agriculture, methods of agriculture, storage of food, food from animals, food from for birds and animals, family, role of family members, family tree, types of family, changing family structure, family budget, shelter for all, different types of houses, house appearance, migration regions, efforts, slums, homeless people, cell, the basic unit of life, types of cells, cell structure and function, microorganisms, introduction in microorganism, types, useful microorganism, harmful microorganism, games and recreation, indoor, outdoor, local games, uses, materials used and the rules, life processes, nutrition in plants, autotrophic, parasitic, sapropatic, insectivorous, different ways of taking food, digestion in humans, digestion in grass eating animals, feeding and digestion in amoeba, respiration, types of respiration in animals, respiration in plants, circulatory system in human being, transport of substances in plants, excretion in animals, coordination, nervous system, reproduction, modes of reproduction, sexual, asexual and vegetative, seed dispersal, sexual and asexual representation in animals, adolescence and puberty changes, role of hormones, reproductive phase, sex determination, hormones other than sex hormones, metamorphosis, reproductive health, natural phenomena, objective and materials, objects are around us, properties of materials, classification of materials, properties and uses of metals and nonmetals, reactivate order of metals, methods of separation, saturated and unsaturated solutions, acids, bases and salts, indicators, neutralization, physical and chemical changes, rustering of iron, galvanization, crystallization, measurement of distances, motion, measurement of distances, standard units and non-standard units of measurements, motion and rest, types of motion, motion and time, speed, average speed, uniform and non-uniform motions, measurement of time, time period, units of time and speed, measuring speed, distance, time, graph, light, shadows and reflections, transparent, opaque and translucent objects, pinhole camera, mirrors and reflections, regular and diffused reflection, multiple images, kaleidoscope, periscope, characteristics of images formed by mirrors, spherical mirrors and images, lenses and images, sunlight dispensation, human eye, care of the eyes, braille system, visually impaired persons, electricity, simple electrical circuit and its components, symbols of electric components, electric conductors and insulators, heating effects of electric current, CFL, LED, fuse and MCB, magnetic effects of electric current, electromagnet, electrobell, chemical effects of electron current, good or poor conductive liquids, electroplanting, magnetism, magnets, discovery of magnets, magnet and non-magnetic substances, types of magnets, properties of magnets, magnet compass, storing of magnets, heat, temperature, measuring temperature, units of temperature, types of thermometers, transfer of heat, conduction, convection, radiation, force, friction and pressure, force, push, fluid pressure, atmospheric pressure, friction factors affecting frictions, friction a necessary evil, increasing and reducing frictions, types of frictions, combustion and fuels, exhaustive and inexhaustible resources, fuels, types, coal, uses of coal products, refilling of petroleum, petrochemical products in various sectors, various constituents of petroleum and their uses, formation of coal and petroleum, natural gas, misuse of energy resources and consequences, combustion, types of combustion, ignition, temperature, inflammable substances, flame, fuel efficiency, burning of fuels leads to harmful products, fire control, structure of flame, color zones, intensities, fibers, natural and synthetic fibers, natural and synthetic pressure, preparation of uses, types of characteristics of synthetic fibers, our dress, our culture, kinds of clothes we wear in winter and summer, plastics as materials as of choice, types of plastic and environment, biodegradable, non-biodegradable materials, sound a form of energy, production of sound, some musical instruments, propagation of sound, human ear, hearing impairment, noise and music, types of waves, longitude, transversive, characteristics of sound waves, wavelength, frequency, time period, speed of the wave, pitch, loudness and quality, audible and inaudible sounds, noise pollution, some natural phenomena, the story of lighting, charging by rubbing, electric charge and properties of electric charge, types of charges and their interactions, transfer of charge, lighting safety, lighting conductors, earthquake, tsunami, causes and effects, protective measures, our universe, the moon surface, phases of moon, eclipses, solar and lunar eclipses, the stars, movement of stars, constellation, pole star, movement of the sun, solar system, planets and some other members of the solar system, artificial satellites, transportation and communication, transportation, story of transport, objects, signs and signboards used for transport, places associated with transport, modes of travel in the present and in the past, methods of transport in different topographical conditions, transport in hill areas, forests, deserts, snow areas, rivers and canals, need for international transport, import and export of the goods, different means of transport of goods, importance of tourism and 7 wonders in the world, communication, means and objects of Communication, types of communication, both in human and animal, different feelings and gestures, modern forms of communication. Communication used in the past and present, advance of mass communication, communication through postcard, cell phone, email, newspaper, radio, TV and social media, etc. How communication and transport brings the entire world together. Professions and services, household materials with reference to profession, farmer, cobbler, tailor, etc. Different professions and their need to the society, villager, farmer, seeds, manner, agri methods, etc. Helping agents, bank, e-seva, PHC, panchayat office, post office, etc. Governance and services, local self government, state, central government, judiciary. Our environment, climate change, weather, climate, rain, floods, cyclones, disaster management, global environmental issues, greenhouse effect, global warming, acid rains, eco-friendly activities, say no to plastic, air pressure, air components of air, properties of air, availability of oxygen to animals and plants, replacement of oxygen in the atmosphere, uses of air, nitrogen cycle, air pollution, causes, effects and prevention, water, forms of water, uses of water, source, scarcity, productivity, water, wastage of water, water resources, tank pollutions, safe drinking water, tank management, journey of raindrop, water cycle, water magic, water properties, water resources, major rivers in AP, fisherman, water transport, tragedy of rivers, drought of floods, water pollution, causes, effects and prevention, sewage treatment of polluted water, better housekeeping practices, sanitation and disease, alternate arrangement for sewage disposable, biodiversity, forest, flora, fauna, interrelation of organisms, green world, advantages of forests, deforestation, effects, chipko movement, conservation of forest and wildlife, protecting areas, endangered and endemic species. Methodology 3 marks, concept and scope of environment studies, science, aims and objects of teaching environment studies, academic standard of teaching, EVS relation to science, curriculum and its transformation process, teaching methodology, teaching learning material, evolution, producers, CCE.